I'm Sarah Z, and I am the owner of the Wellness Garage. We're an online platform to help parents who want strategies and tools to help calm their children's anxiety and raise them to be mentally strong and happy humans. And here are my top 5 tips for self-care to promote mental well-being. My first tip is to take an everyday task and create a ritual around it. So often we think that self-care has to be some big to-do or take a lot of time, like a spa day. And those are really nice in theory, but they're really hard to find time for to do them regularly. So I recommend putting self-care into your day-to-day routine, and I like to make a ritual around certain things. For example, let's say you typically eat lunch at your desk. So maybe one day a week, you look to level up that experience. You make sure to have a linen napkin, you have really nice tableware, you practice mindful eating while you're eating your food and you're listening to great music to really round out and create an experience for yourself rather than just mindlessly eating in front of maybe your screen or your computer. My next tip is to learn how to say no graciously. I find that people that say they don't have time for self-care typically say yes to things that they really don't have time for. And then they go through with the commitment, and then by the end they feel really resentful and depleted. So learning to say no is an act of self-care, and learning to say no graciously so that the other person feels that you were receptive and you were being kind in rejecting their, kind of proposal to you to do something is actually a great skill to have in your self-care toolbox. My next tip is to optimize your sleep routine. We all know that quality sleep is necessary for peak performance and productivity. However, I know for myself as a busy person, I tend to run myself ragged throughout the day so that by the time it gets to be bedtime, I'm ready to just zonk out, right? I'm so exhausted, but yet my quality of sleep isn't that great. I toss and turn, I maybe have some insomnia or wake up a lot during the night. And so I sometimes wake up even more tired than when I went to bed the night before. And so I have really had to level up my sleep routine at bedtime. I look to turn off my electronics about 30 minutes before bed. I listen to soothing music about, 10 to 15 minutes before bed. I lower the lights. I practice some meditation or gratitude journaling 10 minutes before bed. So it really sends a signal to my brain and my body that we're shutting down for the night. And it's just like a computer, you can do that hard kind of just shut it down, but typically that isn't great for your computer over time. The same is true for your body. You need to have kind of a gradual relaxation so that your body can really rest and rejuvenate throughout the night. Next, I recommend having a shutdown routine between your work life and your personal life. I know for myself, I tend to work from home a lot, so my work life tends to bleed into my home life, and then I end up feeling really stretched thin and like I never really give quality attention to either. So I find it really beneficial to have kind of a shutdown routine. I give myself 15 minutes at the end of my workday to go through the last little bit of emails that I need to deal with, and then I turn off those notifications. And then at the end of the day, I'll call a friend or a family member just to chat about the workday, what I'm gonna do in my personal life. So it kind of signals to me like, oh, work is over. It's now time to turn on personal life Sarah, right? And it really helps. I find that I'm not thinking about work when I'm at home. I'm able to focus on my family and really resting and rejuvenating when I want to do that. And then at work, I'm really focused and productive. So have a shutdown routine. It's really helpful for disconnecting from work, and it's a great thing to do for self-care. My next tip is to incorporate breaks throughout your day. We live in a hustle culture where we're taught to really grind it out, and it's almost like a badge of honor when you work over 40 hours a week. But really, studies have found that the most productive people work for about 45 to 52 minutes a day and then have 17 minutes of break time. And so, really, by incorporating and scheduling in and taking those breaks throughout the day, you're actually working in self care into your schedule so you never end up depleting and feeling like, oh my God, I need a vacation. This is the worst. And it's keeping you productive. So it's actually a win-win. You're taking care of your self-care, but you're also maintaining your productive performance at work and in your home life.